And as Sebastian said, looking for more islands. So we have a lot of islands here in the participant list. So yeah, if you want to participate, get in touch with Sebastian. On that note of getting in touch, I'm also going to pop my contact details in the chat. If you would like to follow project updates, there's a couple ways to do that. As I mentioned already, the company or the project LinkedIn page. But you could also just send me an email or fill in again this form where you registered for the webinar, and then just click the box to follow project updates. So I just popped my details there in the chat, and just send me a message. That also goes if you have any questions for the participants or about the projects in general. Okay, with that said, we have 2 more exciting speakers, so I hope you can stick around for that. And I would like to introduce now Sasa Vojvodic from Cres in the island of Croatia. Sorry, an island in Croatia. And he will be, he's the Services Business Area Manager at EDIH Adria, and he will discuss demand responsive transport on in the Adriatic Sea. So welcome, Sasha, and thank you for being here.
Thank you. Actually, I work for Ericsson Nikola Tesla, and Ericsson Nikola Tesla is a partner in the consortium of European Digital Innovation Hub networks. So thank you very much for the invitation to the webinar. So in my presentation, I will describe how the island of Cres, with the support of European Digital Innovation Hubs network, has been defining a digitalization project in the transport and mobility domain. The European Digital Hubs network, supported by the European Commission, is the driving force supporting Europe's digitalization targets within the 2030 digital decade. This network is a community of technology experts dedicated to guiding Europe's business on their path to digital transformation. It serves as a one-stop shop throughout all EU regions, equipping companies with the essential digital tools for improve their competitiveness in digitalization, upgrade their infrastructure, and boost their overall success. So Cres Island has, within the EDIH support program, chosen a digital transformation project to improve public transport for the local population on the island. So next slide, please. Basically, EDIH network is consisting of different consortium, and one of them is EDIH Adria, is one of 4 EDIHs in Croatia. The consortium comprises 2 universities, 2 public-owned small companies, and 2 large industry partners. So I'm employed, I mentioned, in the Ericsson Nikola Tesla. The EU EDIH network comprises of 228 hubs in all EU member states. If you could go to the next slide, Elena. EDIHs are part of the, as I mentioned, the large effort within the EU digital policy. It's one of the building blocks supporting the 2030 digital decade framework. And the digital decade framework is a comprehensive framework that you can see on the slide that will guide all actions related to digitalization. The aim of digital decade is to ensure all aspects of the technology and innovation work for people. Within the program of European Digital Innovation Process starts with so-called digital maturity assessment, in which the EDIH team and EDIH client jointly assess the current digitalization maturity status from different perspectives. So you can see in the next slide how this looks like. So basically, we have already assessed almost 100 organizations from the public and private sectors in Croatia. The results are shown graphically, and you can see that there is quite room for improvement in all perspectives covered by digital maturity assessment. Perspectives are digital strategy and investment, digital readiness, green digitalization, human-centric digitalization. And I circled the areas of the biggest gaps. So automation intelligence in the private sector and data management and security in the public sector has the biggest gap and the biggest room for so-called room for improvement. Then for the next in the next slide, please, about the process that EDIH has. It consists, it comprises natural steps that start with, I mentioned this digital maturity assessment, supported by boot camps. This is workshops to help EDIH client, organization, public and private sector, to choose their digitalization project, which will be further analyzed under the test before invest EDIH service. Refinement of the most prominent project is then done by devising a digitalization action plan and funding capabilities and opportunity assessment to the client. Related to the and basically related to the questions on the panel discussion about digital skills improvement, you can see that throughout the project duration, we offer education for different digital skill levels. Educations are developed based on all our interactions with the EDIH clients, basically. Next slide, please. So I mentioned island of Cres. Actually, the municipality or city of Cres Island has chosen its digitalization project from the transport and mobility domain. The main motivation for the project is their wish to improve it with an innovative approach. So basically, co-financed local public transportation with firm routes and timetables is not appropriate for serving islanders' transportation requirements. And it must be improved by digitalization and sustainable transport system. So basically, currently we are providing, we are in the process of test before invest service, and it will be done the investigation of possibilities for demand responsive transport introduction. So questionnaire for the island residents are devised, are developed. We already have almost 100 responses from the island. Traffic-related data are collected, or it's now in the collection phase. And what we will do is also analytics from anonymized data from mobile telecom network in terms of finding the origin destination matrices and commuting patterns. This will give us all those things will give us actually inputs to the development of demand responsive transportation simulation tool. And that tool simulation will consider traffic zones. You can see the different colors here with the new pick-up and drop-off locations that will give insights to the island's authorities about the crucial and I would say not only technical elements related to future demand responsive transport service for the islanders. And also what we'll give through that service is operational model analysis and basically proposal how to implement that new and innovative service. Next slide, please. Back to the work with other clients in Croatia, you can see that in this slide that transport and mobility, like this is only one of the domains that are interested and covered by EDIH technology support teams. Basically, we have also island of Sholta. They want to introduce artificial intelligence in municipal land control system. So this is in domain of urban planning. Then island Lošinj about communication with islanders by means of chatbot. Again, Lošinj Islands in health domain, there is a problem about waiting lists and healthcare. We also heard that the healthcare on the island is also topic and very important. And of course, stress in traffic domain. But others are also, we also heard about energy management, about IT, information security, and other things. And those are the domain that actually gave us inputs from almost I mentioned 100 organizations, 100 clients of the EDIH
Wow.
participant in Croatia. Next slide.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sasha. Can you wrap it up after this one?
This is wrap up. So
Perfect.
this is the last slide, basically.
Thank you.
Because the islands are rural and isolated populated areas, integration and interoperability in the digital era are even more important. So this is also valid for the whole EU, but not without the islands. That's why I put this poem by Croatian poet on the final slide. So may I ask you all to read the poem yourself, and I will leave some time for reading and short reflection.
Maybe I can read it there.
More?
It
Yes.
looks like a beautiful poem.
Mhm.
Waterfall. Flows and flows, flows one waterfall. Does my droplet contribute at all? See a rainbow in water materialize. It shines and trembles in thousand dyes. That dream in water to be able to shine helps for sure also this droplet of mine. Maybe you could help me pronounce the
Yeah,
name?
Dobriša Cesaric. He was one of the most famous representatives of Croatian poetry.
Wow,
And I think the message of the song is eternal from different perspectives, and is valid for this webinar also.
beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much.